It's a common disorder in young children as a normal part of learning to speak. However, sometimes stuttering can become a chronic condition that persists into adulthood. This issue can have an impact on self-esteem and interactions with other people. However, there is a program here in Roanoke that is helping many with this issue. Take a look.
Pressure.
In some situations.
Stuttering. You know how overwhelming it can feel.
Stuttering kept me from really just expressing how I felt.
But you don't have to live with it any longer. HCRI can help. For more than 40 years, this stuttering treatment center has transformed the lives of thousands who stutter. Using innovative therapy and new technology, HCRI stuttering treatment is one of a kind. It is scientifically based and delivers proven fluency results in 12 days.
Most of the people who go through the program are people who want to change the quality of their lives.
Learn more today. Visit stuttering.org.
And joining me now is Dr. Ron Webster. He's the president of the nonprofit Hollins Communications Research Institute, which has transformed the lives of thousands who stutter from across the U.S. Welcome to the show. Great to have you.
It's pleasing. I'm really pleased to be here with you today.
Good. Okay, so why is stuttering so difficult to treat?
Well, I think the reason why is essentially people don't know what it is. When you and I see somebody stutter, we notice that they're repeating sounds, they're getting stuck on sounds, they can't get their voices started. And that looks like that's the problem. It's not. What happens is that when people stutter, the first thing, the muscles up here in the mouth jump out of control. The vocal folds lock up. The muscles fire too abruptly, and the vocal folds pull together, and they can't start vibrating normally. And then the mouth gets into positions that are incorrect for the sounds they're trying to say, and then we get stuttering.
So it's a muscle problem, not a mental problem?
Absolutely. It's muscles first. If they have any kind of emotional problems, they occur because of the stuttering. Most people who stutter are really psychologically very healthy, but they have trouble talking.
Interesting. Okay, so you guys have created a therapy to treat stuttering. Tell us a little bit about how you guys discovered this therapy.
Well, we were working with babies trying to figure out how they acquired the sounds that they heard around them. And we began to talk about what went wrong and when speech didn't develop normally. And so we started looking at stuttering, and it turned out to be very resistant to treatment. And back in those days, people thought it was a psychologically based disorder. And we began to look at it from a scientific perspective, and we began to measure some physical events that changed stuttering. And all of a sudden, we realized, hey, it's not the stuttering, it's the muscles. Maybe we should start working with the muscles. So we began to rebuild the muscle patterns that we use when we talk and the vocal tract shapes. And all of a sudden, we started getting fluency. And then we realized, hey, we're onto something. We need to build a better system for delivering it. So we studied how to train people in building these new positions and how to hook up sounds. And speech is very complex. Every sound is influenced by its neighboring sounds. So if we only had to train people how to produce 44 sounds of our English, our English language, that would take a few days. But it's the thousands and thousands of combinations that we use that make speech so complex. So we have to do an awful lot of rebuilding.
That's why actors and sometimes TV personalities do vocal exercises and mouth exercises to get us warmed up a little bit.
Very much so.
What is the age range of the people that you treat?
Normally between about 12 and the mid-70s.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Because it's common in young kids, right?
It is, and we're running some tests. Again, we had an old therapy that we built for young children, and I wrote a book about one of the people we treated, but the important point is that we're, again, looking at some new streamlined ways of treating children, and we're beginning that work this month.
Okay. So share with our viewers the transformation you see among clients from the first day to their 12th day, which is the last day of treatment, right?
Yeah.
Only 12 days?
Well, there was a fellow who came in, he was stuttering very severely, and he started in the therapy program, and we were in the last part of therapy, and he was walking down the hall, and he was crying. And so I went up to him and I said, well, Fred, why are you crying? He said, this is my 25th wedding anniversary, and I've never talked to my wife on the telephone before, and I just called her.
Oh, man. Okay,
and we all had tears.
I know. All right, we have a video of a recent HCRI client before and after therapy. Let's take a look at that.
Well, I'm an IT consultant, so I talk on a phone quite a bit. So I do have good days. I have bad days too, but like to start a call, I'm a bit bad with it, but like once I get on the actual call, I'm somewhat fine. I was talking about it with my dad last night, and this program has literally changed my entire life. I can talk on the phone now.
Wow, that is incredible. I can't believe that. So you're constantly enhancing this therapy technique, right?
Well, we've recently revised the whole program, and we've taken advantage of some of the things we've learned over the last 2 years that we hadn't figured out before. And the program gets stronger, it gets easier to administer, it gets better for people as we go along.
That is really remarkable. I cannot believe it. All right, so if people want more information, how do they find you?
Stuttering.org.
And that's it. And you're here locally.
We are.
The Hollins Communications Research Institute, stuttering.org. Give them a call, 1-855-236-7032. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, it's great to be with you.
All right, we'll be right back.